and then start live YouTube.
Slide already.
Sorry, can you unmute for a while? Have you shared live?
Yeah. It's already.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Diamond webinar. I'm so glad to see you today. So together I have Chris and my team here today, and we'll be talking about diamonds. So first of all, I would like you to send in all the questions that you may have about diamonds. Just All right. Okay. So first today, what we'll be covering will be, of course, the topics that you can see on the slide. So we'll be sharing about what to look out for when we're choosing a diamond. I'll be sharing with you the difference between natural, lab-grown, and simulant diamonds, and we'll cover 4Cs and more than that. We will also be hold on a second, please. I can't really see the slide, so can you move for me? Hold on a second, okay? So when things they are always like that, right? Because you keep having technical issue. Yeah, maybe we can have it away then, because I can't see the slide. Yes, maybe all the way on top. Thank you. Can I also see the attendees? All right, okay, sorry. Okay. Yeah, so hello to everyone. I can see a few of you. I can see Simon, I can see Gladys, I can see a few names here. So please send me questions just so that in the next 1 hour I will cover all the questions that you have. And for those who are watching live on YouTube as well, just send in your questions and my team will be telling me if they have any questions at all, okay, that they received. So my name is Amanda. So I graduated from NUS and then I have become a gemologist for 19 years now. I've been talking to many couples in Singapore and within the region, sharing in seminars and webinars about diamonds. So for 19 years, eClarity is actually award-winning. We have more than 20,000 pieces of diamonds, specialized in natural diamonds, gemstone, and we do bespoke jewelry. For BA.SG, there are more than actually 30,000 pieces of diamonds now, specializing in lab-grown diamonds, started in 2019. And we also have the sample line that we actually rent out jewelry that is worth millions of dollars for people who have special occasion and would like to wear jewelry that they will never wear again, and they might not want to buy jewelry that's worth that amount of money all the time, right? So that's for the sample line. And we also have a brand in Malaysia that's called Watran, and that's actually a chain store with currently 55 outlets around the world. Okay, just very quickly. And so the special thing about eClarity is having a gemologist on site. And today, this gemologist is here speaking to you, and I will share with you as much as possible. About my journey when I grade a diamond, when I sort diamonds, and all that, right? And customization is also one of our strengths, and the designs, and we're award winning with many media interviews. Okay, so I'll just skip all that so that we can go straight to sharing with you about diamonds. Okay? Yes, so I see questions coming in already, and this is exactly to answer to the first question that I see here, which is what what do I think about natural diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, fake diamonds, and colorless gemstones? So very nicely, this is the one that I want to share with you. Okay, so you look at these four pictures here. They are just pictures that we got off the website, but I also have diamonds here beside me, and my team will be showing you later on. And um, yeah, so the first piece that's round is a natural diamond. The second piece that you see on slide is a lab-grown diamond. There's also diamond simulant and colorless gemstones. Okay, very interesting. I wonder how I can show you the four diamonds that are prepared here. So maybe Chris would help me later on as I carry on sharing. Now, natural diamonds are known to grow 120 kilometers below the world, right? And it's a billion years old. It is the hardest substance, natural substance that you can find on Earth, and it is all composite of carbon. All right. Now, then there is lab-grown diamonds. So I started the journey as a gemologist 19 years ago, and there was already lab-grown diamonds. Before that, we all understand that lab-grown diamonds was grown for the purpose of industrial purpose. So it was meant to be a cutting material, right? Because of how hard it is. And that's also because lab-grown diamonds were not of commercial value or commercial standards. So you know how we probably wouldn't be wearing black aggregated diamonds back then. So those were really used for cutting. But because of technological advancement, lab-grown diamonds have been able to grow to very presentable. And in recent years, it is also economically reasonable to be of a commercial standard. So yeah, so there are different generations with slightly different mentality about lab-grown diamonds. I used to joke that someone who is between 25 to 35 years old, they often like lab-grown diamonds because it is sustainable. You're saving the world. You have a transparent supply chain. You don't have to worry about, whether the diamonds have it's conflict diamonds, So that's the reason why lab-grown diamonds were considered a more trendy choice of the youngsters between 25 to 35 years old. Now, interestingly, someone who is, let's say, between 35 to 55 years old, they really like lab-grown diamonds because of the price. Now, the price of lab-grown diamonds is about one third of natural diamonds. So apple to apple comparison, let's say natural diamonds is about 10,000, lab grown diamond is about 3,000, right? So let's talk about 1 carat of let's say a F color VS2, right? So that is something that I would like to share. Wait, I have Okay, so I have a few questions here. Hello, hi everyone. Okay, yeah, and also just want to share that I always use the term that lab-grown diamond is like IVF baby, where natural diamond is like baby, right? Whenever someone asks me whether you can tell the difference between natural and lab-grown diamond, this is what I share with them. Because they have the same physical, chemical, and optical properties. Okay, we'll share more later on. And there's, of course, something called a diamond simulant, which is a very nice term for the word fake diamond, right? So a fake diamond is what? It's like cubic zirconia, it's like moissanite. Even glass can be, or crystal, they can be cut like a diamond, but they are never diamond. I always have this pen, which at E-Clarity. Right. And yeah. So it's a 20 carat, and very obviously we know that this is a fake diamond. Okay. So the nice term for fake diamond is called diamond simulant. Okay. And the value is low. They are not certified. Okay. And the last thing that I want to share with you is something that look like diamond, but it's not diamond. It's called colorless gemstone. Okay, and colorless gemstone, typically the popular one will be colorless sapphire, for example, or colorless topaz. So they are natural, but they are not diamond. They are gemstones. Okay, all right. And Chris, how can I show them the four? Maybe I want to show you the actual one. Okay, so let me just move my laptop so that you can see it. Oh, maybe bring the diamond here. Okay, come. All right. So I will show you the actual one. Okay. Can I have torch, please? Okay, get ready and look at this four. Okay. Now, let me just bring this over. Okay, maybe we can leave the laptop down. Thank you. Yeah, we just move one thing at a time. Okay, who can see it? Okay, can I have a tweezer, please? So bear with us a little while because you can see now. Mm. Okay, so there are four stones now. Okay, let me just focus on the four first. The rest will just go behind. Look at the four. Okay. Now, the four pieces here. Okay, I'm trying to see the screen of those of you. If you can see, let me know. If you can see the four diamonds, please let me know. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Those on Zoom, I think you can see it. All right. Okay. So now out of these four pieces, one is a natural diamond, one is a lab-grown diamond, and one is fake diamond, and one is colorless gemstone. Okay. So let me just bring over to you. Okay. Can you tell what this is? All right. So this is the first one. Okay, let me bring you the second one. This is the second piece. All right, and let me show you the third one. And now let me show you the fourth one. Okay, so can I see you typing for me? Can you tell out of the four that I showed you just now? Can you tell which is natural diamond out of the four? Can you tell which is natural diamond? And just so that you know, I actually have I'm giving away a gemstone today. Can I have the gemstone, please? Okay, so I'll be giving a 1 carat free gemstone away to someone who can tell me out of the four diamonds that I showed just now. So let me just show you again. That's the first. All right. The second. The third. And the fourth. Okay. So if you could tell me which piece is natural diamond, please just shout it out. Okay, I have a few persons raising their hands. All right. Are you able to type? Are you able to type? Are they able to type?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So please just type out your answer. The first one who type it out. Okay, I'll let you type while I carry on. Okay, while I wait for your answer, okay? All right. Okay, so just a bit more about if you can see on the screen, you will be able to see that I'm just elaborating a little bit about natural lab-grown diamond simulant and colorless gemstone. Um, okay, I don't see many questions here. So if you have questions, please let me know so that I know where I should stop and elaborate a little bit more. Um, and so there are people who ask me, among all the lab-grown diamonds that are formed using HPHT or CVD, which one is better? Over these few years that I specialize in lab-grown diamonds, I've seen so many different preference. So HPHT was the first method that was used to grow diamonds, right? So during that time, it was meant to grow industrial lab-grown diamonds. And is said to be more yellow because of the nitrogen. And it's also said that the clarity of the diamonds is a bit more metallic, and therefore the clarity inclusions are a bit darker, right? And there are also people who say that CVD is usually treated to enhance the clarity and the color. So while it looks better, but it's treated. My stand on this is maybe it doesn't bother end user that much because whether it's HPHT or CVD, one thing that I think we can take comfort in is that it doesn't change. So the moment you see it, the moment that the diamond is graded, the appearance of the diamond would remain the same for the rest of your life, right? So we don't really need to be concerned about it so much because as long as the grading say that it's a D color VS2, you know that you are buying a D color VS2. Whichever method it was grown, it is successfully graded as D color VS2, and that's what you are buying. So it's more of a consideration. Let's say now I have decided to grow my diamond and which method would give me a higher chance to grow a diamond that I prefer. Now, that is the consideration of the manufacturer. So, not so much of the consideration of an end user, right? Just if you have question, please ask. If you don't understand, please ask. But this is what it is. Okay, all right. So let me just share with you. Now, just so that you know, between natural and lab-grown diamonds, the prices are like what I say, a 10,000 would become like a 3,000. Now, if you see an ad like that, right, which I'm showing on screen, I think very obviously I want you to understand whether this is real or not. So you look at the caption, you say this is the world's most beautiful diamond bracelet, right? But I want you to be able to now differentiate. Now that you understand, this is a diamond simulant. It's not a lab-grown diamond. Yeah, correct. And the easiest way is also um, to ask for certification. Right. Okay. So I actually have it on screen. So we were trying very hard to show you just now, but let's look at this on screen. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So can you tell which is natural, which is lab grown, which is fake stone, and which is a gemstone? Okay, maybe you can take a look, just spend some time. And then you can tell that this is with the video with some movement. Okay, you could write it down and here's the answer. So number one is diamond simulant. Number two is a colorless gemstone. Number three is a lab-grown diamond. And number four is a natural diamond. Okay, all right. Okay, so I guess I have covered pretty much that you need to know the difference between natural and lab-grown diamond. I choose to talk about this first because this is like the most important question now in everyone's mind because everyone is asking this question whenever I'm in any event or whenever I see a friend. This is usually the most popular question. So I just want to address that first. The second question that I usually get is about the prices and how to choose. So that one I will cover it slowly. Okay, so we still have about 40 minutes, so I will cover that. Now, I think most of us know what 4Cs are, and I will just very quickly tell you the easiest way to understand um, the 4Cs. Okay, so color is like water or honey drink. So there are people who say, Amanda, can I have a microscope so that I can see the color of the diamond? I want you to understand that color of diamond is not something that we use microscope to see. You need to have good lights. You need to have diamond comparison. And so when I show you two diamonds, you just use your eye and you see the diamond difference. Okay. And you see the color difference. So it's between water and diluted honey and a very sweet honey. Okay, so this is something that during lunchtime, girls could sit down together and try to compare the colors of the diamonds. So it's usually like a D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So they are put into different categories. Okay, so D, E, F is under colorless category, and then G, I, J is near colorless. Now, I've been tested so many times over an event. I must share with you that at a wedding dinner, I can't differentiate D, E, or F. I probably could tell a J. And later, we will show you the diamonds. Okay, later we'll show you the diamonds. Um, and I would like you to see if you can tell the difference. Okay. Um, so that's something that you use your eye for color. Now, second thing, clarity. Clarity, you don't use your eye. You need a microscope. Now, we all have the auntie who will come to us and say, I can see your diamond is a VVS, I can see your diamond there's a SI. Now, it's impossible because clarity as what it is, if you can see my slide, that flawless means that there's no dot. VVS has one dot, VS has two dots, SI has three dots, and I has four dots. Now, I'm overly simplifying this because it can be a dot, it can be a line, it can be of a colored clarity, and those things will drop the clarity grade more, but they are all under the microscope. The moment it is eye visible, it's almost always graded as an eye grade if it's really obvious to your eye, right? And even SI itself, it's something that you need a microscope unless the diamond is really big or if the diamond is of a step cut, like an emerald cut. So clarity is a little more obvious. So I used to have customer who told me that, Amanda, she won't marry me unless I buy her like a 3 carat, but I don't have the budget. So I say, no choice, dear friend. So the only way we can help you is then we will try to go for, let's say, a GHIJ versus the SI12. And so GHIJ together with SI12 during the natural diamond time because a 3 carat is extremely high price. So that, and also notice that I actually go higher in color and I drop slightly lower in clarity because, as I said, color is something that the girls could compare over lunchtime, but clarity is not something that people could see with their eye right away. All right. So if you choose a good SI and then a GHIJ, the diamond could look very presentable. But of course, in today's options where we could go for lab grown diamonds, or maybe if you are happy with slightly smaller diamond, then we could also go for DEF VS12. So that is also a choice, right? Or even DEF VPS. Now, what I am not recommending to, let's say, my own family members would be something like a G color VVS1 or something like a K color flawless diamond. And by now, I think you would understand why, right? Because clarity is under the microscope, whereas the color is something that you can see over lunchtime. So the permutation should go the other way. All right. Now, card grade, I always use this one sentence to summarize card grade. Card grade is like the BMI of the diamond. Yeah. And you know what BMI is, which is your height and your weight, right? A good BMI, the person will shine and diamond as well. So when the angle, when the depth, the table percentage, crown angle, pavilion angle of the diamond is cut well, the diamond usually shine really well. So a fantastic BMI will be excellent cut, and then followed by very good, and then good, followed by poor, fair and poor. So that's how it works. Okay. And in the market, you will hear things like hearts and arrows, you will hear things like HCA, and there are many different premium cards. Um, and people tend to ask me, should I get those cards? Because I do think that they sparkle better. Uh, my advice to my own family and friends would be that buy it if you think it will make your girlfriend happy, because scientifically, triple excellent by GIA standard is the one that is qualitatively, quantitatively measured to reflect the maximum amount of light back to your eye. So, and it's also the one that will keep the diamond price value stronger for you. So, and in terms of all the special cards and all that, I know that they are usually priced a little higher. If that will make your girlfriend feels more romantic, more loved, you can go for it. But scientifically, I'm not someone that would suggest that you should go for it. Scientifically, in terms of light reflection, which is something that we assess from the tabletop. Okay, so it's the amount of light that goes back to the tabletop. They should look, triple excellent would look the best in terms of qualitative measurement. Okay. And then lastly, carat. Uh, there are people who understand carat as the size, and I don't think it's wrong to say that. Carat is actually the weight. So 1 carat is the unit measurement of weight. So 1 carat is equals to 0.2 grams. But obviously, if I'm 100 kg, I'll look bigger. If I'm 50 kg, I'll look smaller. So therefore, your 2 carat would look bigger than your 1 carat. So it's actually a weight. And when your BMI is excellent, your 2 carat will then have a good reflection. So it's very interesting because there are cases where your 1.95 carat look bigger than your 2 carat. And people ask me why. That is when, you just imagine someone who is 95 kg and someone who is 100 kg, but the 95 kg is taller, right? So that person will look taller than the 200 kg. So similarly in diamond, the concept is the same. But if the BMI is excellent, then your 2 carat will definitely look bigger than the 1.95. Okay, so that's the concept of carat. Okay. Um, Beyond 4Cs, there are things like fluorescence, level, and it's graded none, faint, medium, strong to very strong. There's also girdle. I can share more if you are interested. Please raise your hand or please type it out so that I can elaborate because these are towards the more minor details. Okay. And if you want to schedule a one-on-one with me, I can cover all these in details with you as well. You see, so in general, people like to talk about 4Cs, right? Color, clarity, cut, and carat. And I have come up with this additional 4Cs, and I would like to remind you that all diamonds upon collection, they all look really well. But after 2 months of wearing, you typically find that your diamonds look really ugly. They look very muddy. They look very dull. That's usually because of your sanitizer, your chili crab, your KFC, or moisturizer. So those things makes diamond look really dull. So we have these customers who come back with a diamond ring that was smelly. And then we asked her what happened, and she actually said that, sorry, Amanda, I dropped the ring in a bowl of porridge. And then it was all stained with the porridge and the gravy. Now, when that happens, of course, you would think that your diamond doesn't sparkle anymore, and it's actually because it's not clean. Okay, so just need to make sure that you come back to eClarity. So eClarity actually offers cleaning services lifetime, and we call it Diamond Spa. So you should come back for Diamond Spa. Okay, certification is also very important. So why do I say that? So let's say if I grade a Diamond D color VVS2, it's important to ask who grade that, right? Because if GIA graded is internationally recognized, IGI graded is also internationally recognized. But if I say Amanda grades it, so I'm a gemologist, I could grade diamond, not to put myself down, but is it internationally recognized? So I'm not there yet. So if I say a diamond is D color VVS2, that's just me. So please ask me for a report where I could show you something that's internationally recognized and graded. Okay, because in the market, you will sometimes find a diamond that is graded by in-house report. So be very careful with that. Cost is also very important. I don't think that one needs my elaboration. I think all guys are just nodding their heads, right? And then lastly, crafting is also important. Okay, I have seen a few requests on Zoom and also on YouTube to elaborate on this slide. Okay, so I'll just very quickly cover the fluorescence with you. Okay. Now, fluorescence is actually defined as the reaction of diamond under UV light. Okay, so can you share with me where would you have UV light? Very simply, it will be under the sun. The sun has UV. Certain lighting has UV. If you still go clubbing now, I am expired now, but if you still go clubbing, there's also UV light in a cloud. Uh, so when there is UV light, certain diamonds would light up in a different colors, in a different color. So it can be white, it can be blue, it can be yellow, it can be red, it can be orange, it can even be purple and things like that. Now, the most valuable diamond technically is non-fluorescence with no reaction. Okay, and then it goes to faint, medium, strong, or very strong. Now, take note that blue fluorescent is most common, and it is actually, personally, I think it's quite good for certain diamonds. So, for example, if your diamond is a J color diamond, for example, so it's looking a little bit more yellow. So a diamond that is yellow and you go under the sun, it has a blue fluorescence reaction. Sometimes it has an effect that it is neutralizing the yellow. So it actually look better. So instead of a J, it actually looks like a G, for example, because it has this neutralizing effect. Yeah, so it happens to some of the diamonds. So typically at E clarity, we would suggest a none unless your diamond is like an I or a J color, then we'll usually match it with a little bit of fluorescence, just so that your diamond look even better. Just make use of fluorescence to make it look better. Okay, all right. With regards to girdle, for example, you see all these alphabets there. It just means extremely thin, very thin, thin, medium, thick, slightly thick, thick, very thick, and extremely thick. Does it concern you? I would suggest that you don't have to be too worried about that, because when a diamond cut is graded, the girdle size of the diamond is being considered, right? So it is already something that is measured before you get, let's say, a triple excellent. Okay, so it's not something that you need to be worried, but why does it matter to some people? For example, why is an extremely thin girdle possibly never get a excellent cut? It's because that is where your prongs are. So let me just have a diamond, for example. Okay, so you look at this. Now, can you tell that the prong is actually mounting on the girdle? So let's say if your girdle is extremely thin, then your some people may be worried, or let's say the craftsman who is mounting the diamond will then be worried that it makes a diamond is more vulnerable, right? That your claws are actually at the thinnest part of the diamond. So most of the time we don't really want the extremely thin diamond girdle, right? We want something that's right, like quite in between the thin, the medium, and the slightly thick. Those are fine. Okay, but it is already taken care for you by the diamond grader. So okay, so no need to be too worried. Okay, and I think I will skip the table and the QLED for now. Okay, just arrange a one-on-one. I don't want the rest to be falling asleep. One-on-one, and I can cover table and QLED to greater detail if you like. Okay, but I think shape is important. Okay, shape. When I first started, and Chris also maybe when you first started, most people look for round diamonds. Yes. Right? Chris is 10 years experience here. You can't see him. Chris, come. Okay, so it's Chris. Yeah.
Right.
So, and most people look for round, but today I think people look for different shape now, right? People look for, as you can see the shapes there, princess cut. People always ask me how does princess cut looks like, because the name is really sweet. Princess cut is actually square diamond. Okay, I wish I have story to tell why square diamond is called princess cut, but it's square and it has the corners. That's called princess cut. And then there's emerald cut. Emerald cut is rectangular, and you can tell they look very different. Now, round and princess is under brilliant cut, so they look like the kite shape kind of diamond, your very typical diamond cut. Emerald is step cut, right? Step cut, so it doesn't have the facets of a kite shape. Okay, and then there's marquise, there's pear, there's heart shape. Actually, there's also cushion. Okay, whether I have cushion here to show you. Let me just show you cushion, okay? Here. Hey, Chris has prepared this 4-carat cushion for me to show you. Okay, so this is a cushion cut diamond, 4-carat. Yeah, cushion is also a very popular shape. Because it's square, but it's rounded. The corners are rounded, right? Square, square but rounded. Square, but the corners are rounded, and it's also kite shape. So this is a very popular shape. And oval. Oval is also getting more and more popular these days. So let me just show you. And this is oval. This is, I think, a 3-carat oval. Okay. And yeah. Okay, and of course there's Usher card, Radiant card, and all that. If you are interested to see, again, schedule an appointment. You could see me, or you could see Chris or my team, so they can show you all the different shapes. And actually, I do have them here. It's just that our earlier experience show that I shouldn't focus on this because it's hard for some of you to see. Okay, all right. Okay, so continue to chat with me so that I can focus better. I was on this slide, and I think on in terms of the crafting, I just want to share that also some insights to you. There, over my 19 years, I've seen craftsmen from all over the world, the European countries, the Hong Kongers, Malaysians, Singaporeans, Vietnamese. Just one insight, right? And Hong Kong seems to be most vibrant in this industry, where I heard from my fellow master craftsmen that they even have jewelry crafting as one of their diploma in their polytechnic. So because of that, overall, when we engage craftsmen or master craftsmen, I do see that they are more specialized, and also because they have greater volume, and that's also e-clarity's preferred. Of course, we don't assess based on nationality, but if we were to uh, do a collate, just to collate the craftsmen that we observe that perform really well in terms of crafting, we typically would recommend a Hong Kong craftsman, right? Okay, and that's because of their experience and their exposure, and also the whole environment. Okay, so now, okay, so please, just now I because of some time lag, I think YouTube has it a little slower than those who are on Zoom webinar. So now we have 6 diamonds here. Okay, okay, let me just, Chris reminded me that it's video. Okay, I hope you can see the video. Okay, um, can you tell that I think they are what, 0.9, 1 carat,
Yeah.
1.2, can,
1.5,
1.5,
2,
2 and 2.5.
Mm.
Okay, so Chris knows 0.9, is it? Okay, let Chris find out first. Mm. And then there is D, E, F, G, and J color. So looking at this, can you tell which is which? Number 1 to number 6. Let me just pause for 1 minute, and I would like you to write down number 1, the carat, whether you can tell which is bigger, which is smaller. Number 2, whether you can tell the color, which is more yellow and which is more colorless, right? Number 3, whether you can tell the difference between the cut. And number 4, whether you can tell the clarity between VVS, VS, and SI. Okay, let me just pause for a while.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1.
Okay. The size, if you want to be very detailed, is 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and 1 carat. Okay, so Chris has the answer.
DEF,
DEF,
GH.
GH. Okay, clarity.
There's a IF, VVS, VS.
I
and
see.
S.
So there's even flawless, VVS, VS, and SI. Okay. All right. Type out your answers. Those on webinars. Thank you. I saw the first answer. Thank you very much. And I don't know the answer too, but I think you are not correct. Okay, please try. I see Annie and Dawn. Hello, Dawn. And hello, Annie.
It's
Huh?
siblings.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Dawn, for bringing your sister in. Annie, can you try? Can you tell the difference between the color, clarity, cut, and carat? Mm. Okay, I'm seeing the second answer now. All right. Okay, let me move on and I will share with you the answer. Okay, I think, okay, the slide has gone a little bit. Is it?
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me just share with you the answer. So at the leftmost is 0.5, followed by 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and on the rightmost is 1 carat. Okay. And then in terms of the color, the 0.5 is a D color, right? So it's D, 0.6 is a D, 0.7 is a E, 0.8 is a F, 0.9 is G, and 1 carat is H. All right. And in terms of clarity, in terms of clarity,
First one is I.
the one on the right is flawless. The one on the leftmost is flawless, and the one on the rightmost is SI. Okay, and then in terms of cut grade, now all of them are triple excellent. Oh, sorry, 0.9 is actually a very good cut, not an excellent cut diamond. Okay, so yeah, so I think this experience is just to share with you what is possible to be seen and what is not possible to be seen. And you are right. I saw some comments on Zoom that all of you could see the carrot. Yeah, so those who have typed out the answer, carrot seems to be most obvious to most of us. Okay, all right, and that's the most natural observation. Okay, okay, so I have covered two things now. So I've covered the differences between natural and lab-grown diamonds. I've covered the four C's, and I shared with you a little bit beyond the four C's. And I would like to share with you some ring designs. And before I move on, because I think Annie and Dawn and a few of you who are on the YouTube live, I think because of that slight delay, I'm only seeing the answers now. I think Annie say that number two is colorless. Is it, Annie? I think that's what you said. Number two. Number two is colorless, and you are right. It's actually D color. So now the question that I would suggest you ask yourself is you notice the 0.5 and 0.6, which are the two smallest diamonds. They are of the same color. Okay, the biggest diamond is the most yellow diamond, right? So the question um, is that important to you? Right? I think that when we say what to look out for when we buy diamonds, I think that's something that you should look out for. Like if you can tell, then the question is it obvious? The next question is how important that is to you. Um, and with the color difference that you could guess or tell, and the carat that you definitely can tell, which one is more important to you, right? So I'll leave that to you because I've seen many different customers over the past 19 years, and I really see different preferences. So I would like to leave that to you, okay? If you like my personal opinion, I will share with you personally on a one-on-one. Okay? All right. So yeah, ring design is interesting. So I'll move on to ring design. We have shared 8 photos here just so that we cover most of the popular collection. Okay, so I'll start from the left, topmost, and that I'll call it a classic design. Chris, can I ask whether you are able to see my mouse? When I'm just curious whether, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the top left is classic. Okay. To the right, that is called the Tango collection. So it's with a swirl. Now then I have question, right? People would ask, hey, should I go for classic or should I go for a swirl? Now the difference between a classic and a swirl is people who like their finger to look a bit more slender. The interesting observation is with a swirl, the finger look a little bit more slender. Like and people and they say, Amanda, I like a slightly thicker ring because my finger is not very slim. Yeah. So the thing about a twist is it's thick, but it's also thinning out towards the diamond. And then with the swirl, it kind of elongate the finger a little bit. So if you like a little bit more detail to your ring rather than a real classic, people sometimes go for a swirl. Now, you also notice that the one that is with swirl, can you notice the prongs? Okay, so the part that's holding the diamond is called prongs. Do you notice that the prongs are heart shaped? Can you tell?
Yeah.
Okay, Chris can tell. Yeah. So those are heart shaped. Okay. And those are really fancy little thing to express your love, right? So that you feel love all the time. And then to the right, that's called a halo design. Okay. It's called a halo design. So a halo design is one that has a circle of diamond surrounding your middle diamond. Now, why would people go for that? Definitely is very enhancing. So if you buy a 1 carat, it will look like a 1.2, 1.5 carat. If you buy a 2 carat, it looks like a 2.5 carat, right? So that's a very enhancing look. And then towards the right, we call that the vintage collection. So the ring that I'm wearing is also a vintage collection. So vintage collection typically has a lot of side detail. Thank you for the likes. Right? So you can see the side detail. Yeah. Okay. And you can see it on the picture as well. And because of the side detail, vintage collection is usually a little bit higher. Okay. So uh, there are people who say that I'm not used to wearing a high setting. So I leave that to you. My experience is people tend to get used to it over time. But if you like something that feels more secure, something that's lower, go for that, the lower one. Okay. And then back to the leftmost bottom row, that has double layer. We call it the Embrace collection. Okay, so that has 2 rows. Again, for someone who like their ring to be thicker, right, and more sparkles by the side, you can always go for Embrace collection. And to the right, that's called a trilogy. This is actually a very unique trilogy that we have shortlisted to show you. Trilogy basically means 3 diamonds, with the middle one bigger and the 2 side ones smaller. So they are sometimes all 3 in round shape. So, but this one, all 3 are of different. So the middle is emerald cut. The 2 diamonds on the side, they are either triangle or they are heart shape or pear shape. So yes, you could play with shapes like that. Pear shape, is it? Yeah. Okay. So it's pear shape. And then towards the right, we have another tango, but this tango actually has diamonds on the side. And last but not least, that's called the Jazzy collection. Now, Jazzy collection is an effort in 2023. So we came out with this new design. They are thinner, so the shanks are thinner, and they actually look very good because they make the diamonds look bigger. They look more like handmade jewelry more than very machine look. So yeah, so that's an interesting collection. We have the full so these are all just representation. For every collection there are 10 to 20 spin-off from what we show you. So if you want to see the rest, just WhatsApp 98331220 and just schedule an appointment so that Chris and my team will be able to show you. Okay, price range. Okay, I'm not going to go crazy and maybe you could let me know which carat size you're more interested in. Can I have the lab grown prices? Because I don't think we have typed it up. Okay, so just let me know if you have. Okay, we have 3 minutes. Allow me to just extend a little bit, okay? Because I want to share with you about prices. Okay, let's just go very crazy and talk about 3 carat. Okay, so now you can tell there 3 carat, all right, DEF color, VVS, let's say triple excellent 3 carat natural diamond is about 400,000. Lab grown diamond, again, we just go crazy and we say D color VVS is about 25,000. So 400,000 and 25,000, that's the difference between natural and lab grown diamond. Okay, so I have requests to, okay, 2 carat G color VS. Okay, so, okay, let me just go back to 2 carat G color VS. For lab grown diamond is about 3,000. G color VS is about 3,000. Can I have the more updated price for natural? 2 carat G color VS. G color VS is, let's say, 25,000. So it's 25,000 versus 3,000. 25,000 versus 3,000 when we are taking 2 carat G color VS as a reference. Okay, and if you want to know the price comparison between any natural and lab grown diamond, let me know. So and just WhatsApp to 9833 1220. Okay. All right, so because I don't want to keep you from your dinner, and also I will skip this a little bit. And yes, these are the different numbers. To keep things simple, you could just take down eClarity's number, which is 9833 1220. And whatever questions that you want, and if you like a copy of a few things that are shown on the slides, please also just text us and so that we can send it over to you. Okay. And if you want to schedule a one-on-one with me, just let the team know. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. It's 6:59 now. I don't want to hold you back on your beautiful, what day is it today?
Wednesday.
Wednesday night. Okay. So I hope you learned something. And I will continue to share more. I'm actually going to share about wedding bands customization in 2 weeks' time. So if you like to know the dates and the time, also just text. I think Chris will share that with you. And we will cover more about gemstones. We'll also cover more about customizations, and I'll cover a little bit about wedding bands in the next session. Okay, so thank you, everyone. And eClarity is actually having a promotion now, and it's store-wide 40%. 40%. So this is a year-end sale. So if you like to enjoy the year-end sale, please also send a message and schedule an appointment, and Chris will help you. Okay? All right. Okay. So the gemstone that we have prepared, what is it? Let me see. We have prepared a 1.5 carat blue topaz. Annie, are you still around? I think Annie is around. Annie, we are prepared, and I would like to give it to one participant, and Annie has been very active here. So Annie, this gift is for you, Annie. Okay, can you please text Chris and arrange? I would like to see you and say hi to you. This is a 1.5 carat blue topaz, and this is for you. Okay? All right. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, so maybe you don't have to stop, but just mute.